Hello, welcome to News Now on TV360. I am Fidelia Aguncha. The death toll in the cholera outbreak in Borno State has risen to 48. According to the Medicines Sans Frontiers, the number of suspected cases has also risen to 2,627. The new figures come a day after the Nigerian government began a vaccination against the disease in the state. The new vaccination, which is in partnership with the World Health Organization, is targeted at everyone over the age of 1, with an estimated number of more than 915,000 people. The United Nations has also launched an appeal for $9.9 million to tackle the outbreak. Nigeria President Muhammadu Buhari has delivered his speech at the 2017 UN General Assembly in New York. In his assembly, President Buhari sought the assistance of the United Nations in the fight against terrorism. The president is asking the world leaders to collectively devise strategies to stop fleeing ISIS fighters from mutating and infiltrating into Sahel and Lake Chad Basin. The president also thanked the United Nations for its assistance to Nigeria in the battle against Boko Haram. He specifically praised the UN Secretary Council for its humanitarian assistance and pledges in the Lake Chad Basin. The chief whip of the House of Representatives, Alhassan Doguwa, has criticized the Senate President Bukola Saraki for faulting the military's declaration of IPOB as a terrorist group. Saraki had said the military has no constitutional power to declare any group a terrorist organization. He also said the Southeast governors who proscribed the group had no power to do so. In his reaction, Doguwa described the Senate president's stance as a mere political statement. The Nigerian army has denied declaring the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB a terrorist organization. Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Chuka Buratai, while speaking at the official launch of Operation Python Dance 2 in Abakaliki, said the pronouncement by the DHQ was in no way a declaration. He added the military did not act beyond the limits of its power by the action. Buratai also spoke on the leader of the IPOB group, Nnamdi Kanu, saying only the federal government has the jurisdiction to declare Kanu wanted. The 6 northern governors who visited the Southeast region on Monday have invited their Southeastern region counterparts to pay a visit to the Northeast in an effort to maintain national peace. The northern governors were led by the chairman of Northern Governors Forum and governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima. They visited Port Harcourt, Umuahia, and Owerri. Shettima is now asking his Southeastern counterpart to visit the North and interact with Igbo communities as a means of promoting peace and communal harmony among various groups in the country. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has suspended its ongoing nationwide strike action. The ASU President Biodun Ogunyemi explained the decision after a meeting with the Minister of Labor and Employment, Chris Ngigi. He says the union have insisted on some conditions which it has given the government a deadline to meet, or else it will embark on another strike action.
After an elaborate and exhaustive consultation process, the National Executive Council of ASU has agreed to conditionally suspend the ongoing strike action, taking into cognizance that the latest proposal from government to address the contending issues in the strike action has a deadline of the end of October 2017. So, all members of ASU are to resume work after their branch congresses tomorrow, 19 September 2017. However, ASU will not hesitate to review its position should government reneges on the signed memorandum of action, which you all witnessed today. As a union of intellectuals, ASU shall not relent in confronting all human and artificial barriers to a transformed university education for the betterment of Nigerians and our dear nation. For us, this may be a lifetime project. We owe it to posterity for the sake of our children and their children's children.
The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has released an amended timetable for the recall process on the petition against Senator Dino Melaye. This comes after a federal high court in Abuja ordered the electoral body to proceed with the recall process of the senator representing Kogi West Senatorial District. In its new timetable, the commission said it would restart the exercise with a notice of verification on October 3rd, while the verification exercise will hold on October 14th. The Lagos and Ogun State chapters of the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees are demanding full autonomy from the state government. The two unions on Tuesday protested at the Lagos State Government House, Ikeja, to drive home their demands.
There are agitations coming from the local government workers, essentially because of the ills observed in the political, administrative, and in fact, financial structure of the system. These ills have no doubt brought hardship to the local government workers and indeed to Nigerians. Salaries are hugely owed to local government workers. Pensions are not paid. No infrastructure. And Mr. Speaker, you can agree with me that there is massive unemployment. Mr. Speaker, that is why you can see this sea of heads of local government workers. They are here in realization of the constitutional duty imposed on your honorable house to do the needful by allowing us to be on our own, and that I mean autonomy, full autonomy.
You came out to ask your legislators, this is what we want you to do. This is what we want you to do for us. This is the beauty of democracy. If it was to be a military regime, if AFRC or PRC or SMC passes a decree, you cannot go to them and start saying, this is what you want a colonel to do, what the general has done. But here now, you came to us as people that you sent on an errand, that this is the way you want us to vote when the voting comes before us. I'm happy for that, and we want to assure you that this matter will be well considered, to be well ventilated, well articulated, well aggregated, and well evaluated by the Lagos State Assembly. Amen.
Workers of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria on Tuesday staged a protest at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. The protest by the aviation workers is against the proposed concession plan of Lagos and Abuja International Airports by the Nigerian government. The protesting workers are led by the National Union of Air Transport Employees and the National Union of Pensioners, among others. The Nigerian government last week approved the concession of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, and the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. The Lagos State Acting Commissioner for Transport, Anofiu Elegushi, has assured the Ojota Park is ready to accommodate the interstate transporters currently operating from Jibowu and Yaba axis. His assurance comes less than a week after the state government announced the restriction of the operation of interstate buses and vehicles operating along Ikorodu Road from going beyond Ojodu Bega and Ojota motor parks. According to him, the government is currently making efforts to rearrange the Ojota Park with a view of properly utilizing the available space. As Nigeria joins the rest of the world to observe the 2017 International Literacy Day, Nigeria's Minister of Education Adamu has called on stakeholders in the education sector to wade in so as to provide functional education to all citizens. The minister made the demand at the ministerial press briefing to flag off the 2017 International Literacy Day in Abuja, the nation's capital. He was represented at the event by the permanent secretary in the ministry, Sonny Echono.
In Nigeria, different official estimates put youth and adult illiteracy levels at about 63 million. For a population of a little over 170 million, this is quite alarming. It is also estimated that over 11.5 million children are out of school. A large share of even those children who are in school are not attaining the learning outcome benchmarks that are expected of them. Thus, addressing this skills gap is an educational and development imperative for our country.
I would like, therefore, to take this opportunity to urge states and local governments to deploy the needed political will and therefore provide the necessary material support for the eradication of illiteracy in their respective areas of jurisdiction.
International Literacy Day offers a moment to review the progress and come together to tackle the challenges ahead. This year, the event is devoted to better understanding the type of literacy required in a digital world to build more inclusive, equitable, and sustainable societies.
Hello? Yeah, I found your wallet in front of a supermarket. Meet me at Apple Junction. Yes, I'll be waiting for you.
Now we find out. Two of us.
Thank you very much, officer. You know, it's surprising that men like you still exist in the police force.
Yes, so...
Oh, yes.
This is just a token of my appreciation.
Oh, no, you don't need to do this. We're only doing our job.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Now I know police is really my friend.
Yes.
Friend. Hey. Okay, which came up with this one? I don't understand.
You know your problem. You are greedy. I'm a policeman who is doing his job. All forms of corruption in the force. Not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. The National Bureau of Statistics has released Nigeria's domestic and foreign debt report. The NBS report for the month of July reflected that the country's foreign and domestic debt stood at $15.5 billion and 14.6 trillion naira respectively. The report says further disaggregation of Nigeria's foreign debt showed $9.67 billion of the debt was multilateral, $218.25 million was bilateral, and $5.15 billion from the Exim Bank of China credited to the federal government of Nigeria. Oil prices edged higher on Tuesday after key Middle Eastern producers showed they continue to comply with output cuts under an OPEC-led deal. Brent crude were up 6 cents at $55.54 a barrel, while US crude were up 34 cents at $50.25 a barrel. Sentiment has been sustained since last week when the International Energy Agency lifted its 2017 demand outlook and OPEC estimated the world would need more of its crude next year. Rebels in South Sudan have attacked government forces in Unity State, killing 25 people, including civilians. Those killed during Monday's fighting included women, elderly people, and local police officers. A rebel spokesman, Lampor Gabriel, put the death toll at 18, while the government said it had managed to repulse the rebels and were pursuing them. Kenyan police fired tear gas at supporters of President Uhuru Kenyatta who staged a protest at the Supreme Court against the invalidation of the August 8 election. The Supreme Court nullified the presidential election in September 1st and ordered the electoral body to hold a repeat vote within 60 days. The court, which issued a majority judgment, said there were irregularities in tallying results of the poll. The new elections are scheduled for October 17, 2017. The home-based Super Eagles have qualified for the semi-final of the ongoing Waffle Cup of Nations with a crucial 2-0 win on Monday night over the Black Stars of Ghana. With the other Group A game between Mali and Guinea ending 1-1, it leaves Ghana top of the standings with 6 points, followed by Nigeria with 5 points. Guinea and Mali were left with 2 points each in 3rd and 4th place respectively. South African Supreme Court of Appeal will hear the state appeal against the 6-year murder sentence handed to Paralympic gold medalist Oscar Pistorius on November 3rd. The state will argue that 6 years in jail is too lenient a sentence for the murder of River Steenkamp by Pistorius. The athlete was originally convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to 5 years in jail. That conviction was increased to murder by the SCA in December 2015, and his sentence was increased to 6 years. Former England and Manchester United defender Rio Ferdinand has announced his decision to switch to professional boxing. The 38-year-old announced on his social media account that he is training to become a professional boxer. He will participate in a project called Defender to Contender to enable him attain a boxing license from the British Boxing Board of Control. Ferdinand had a trophy-laden football career before announcing his retirement in 2015. He won 1 Champions League title, 6 Premier League titles, and 1 FIFA World Club Cup in his most successful spell at Manchester United. Well, that's all on news now. Thanks for watching. I am Fidelia Aguncha.